one of the heads at Xpeng, and he was suggesting that there's only going to be 3 or 4 winners potentially out of the raft of car companies that are operating right now. Do you think that it's a BYD plus one, or how does it shake out? Tesla plus BYD?
So we're really a long way from having everything shake out. I think that due to the messiness of the China getting out of COVID, we're really seeing that price war take effect, and some of the weaker players are either running out of capital or just exiting the market. So what Elon didn't say was that it took some price cuts in order for the Model 3 and the Model Y to maintain sales. So they sold around 71,000 units last month, but half of those were exported. So they're doing pretty well, and there's rumored to be a refresh on the Model 3 later this summer. So that could really build some momentum for Tesla again. But I still see it taking another 24, 36 months before we really see how this shakes out among the top players. Now, currently, if we're looking at volumes, Tesla and BYD are the leaders by far. Everyone else is much, much lower on the sales volume. But I do see bright spots for an Xpeng, for a Nio, and there are new brands that are going to be coming out, like Jidu Auto. Xiaomi is going to be coming out with new vehicles, and so there are still new players coming in, and so the shakeout is coming for the weaker players, but the competition's really just begun in the China market when it comes to some of the more premium brands.
Right. So, do you think timing-wise, Tule, it's okay for Tesla to go in and ramp up Model 3 supplies?
I do. Normally, Q1 is the weakest quarter for China due to the Chinese New Year, and normally the big sales push for the Q4 of the previous year. So if the Chinese government sees weakness remaining after this quarter, which they do, there's a likelihood that they'll put back some incentives in order to boost the sales for the rest of the year. We're still forecasting, or the CPCA is still forecasting 8.5 million units of sales of NEVs. And NEVs is PHEVs, BEVs, and FCEVs, with the lion's share of that being BEVs. So that would mean that we would be growing at around 30%. And that would still be likely the envy of a lot of countries when it comes to sales growth on the EV sector. So right. I think we should still be okay.